Hey, Stephen Brooks here, and I teach those who manage their own portfolio, whether they're beginners or have experience, whether they're traders or investors. I teach them how to generate a very reliable six-figure salary trading in less than 2 hours a day. Now, the way we're able to accomplish that is actually really straightforward. We teach our students one specific strategy in one specific product, and then we really kind of aggressively eliminate every possible and potential distraction away from allowing them to focus on that one specific strategy in one specific product. Now, most of the people who we work with, most of the students that we work with, before they work with us, they think the market is difficult. If they're investors, they find investing difficult. If they're traders, they find trading difficult. They think financial markets are difficult. I'm here today to tell you that believing or thinking trading or investing is difficult is a choice. Just as you and I can choose what shoes we're going to put on today. You can choose to make the market difficult, or you can choose to make the market easy. I prefer easy. So at the end of this video, you're going to know clearly how you can choose right now today. Put a stake in the ground, right? Line in the sand. Close the previous chapter of your investing or trading career and open up a brand new one or a brand new book. By the end of this video, you can choose, literally choose. I just pounded the table here. You can choose to make the market, make investing, make trading easy, and it will change your life. And for most of you, the majority of you, especially the ones who struggle to get the reliability, the predictability that they're looking for in their results and their outcome, man, just having like 1 week of being able to view the market as easy, it will change everything about the way you look at the markets, everything the way you look at your personal finances, and everything you look at your self-confidence in terms of you believing that you can generate the consistency, the reliability to really be able to rely on the outcome and the output and the income that you generate from your portfolio. So let's go ahead and dive right in. And nothing fancy here, folks. No PowerPoint, no crazy videos. It's just literally a text editor on my computer. On the left-hand side of the screen, this is how you are likely looking at the market. And I know this because over the past 6 years, I've worked with over 6,000 students. I've spoken to all of them. And especially before they come work with us, this is kind of the world that they reside in. And it's not necessarily their fault either. Right? If you want to get better at golf, you probably watch a lot of Tiger Woods videos, or maybe you'd hire a golf pro to give you swing lessons. And that would make a lot of sense. And if you wanted to get in shape, you might watch videos of bodybuilders online or fitness influencers, or maybe even hire a personal trainer. Right? You'd go the right kind of route to be able to get the outcome that you're looking for. The problem is, if people want to get better at investing, they want to get better at trading, or they want to take it as far as, really being able to generate a consistent and predictable salary from their portfolio, you will say, okay, self, who are the best people out there? Well, people like Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio has trillions of dollars under management. People like Warren Buffett, right? The best investor of all time. And where do those people reside? Where do those people hang out? They hang out on CNBC. They hang out on Bloomberg Television. And when they're on Bloomberg Television or when they're on CNBC, what do? Well, one guy at 9:10 in the morning is talking about Apple and how whatever's going on in China and the currency situation going on in China is going to affect Apple's earnings 2 years later. That's at 9 o'clock. Then at 9:10, somebody's talking about how there's some sort of government being overthrown in South America and how that currency and some of the US-based countries that do deals down in South America, how their earnings are going to be different for the next quarter. And then at 9:20, Jim Cramer comes on and they ask him about 50 different stocks. Stocks maybe you've heard of, maybe you haven't heard of, and he gives his opinion that generates a 40% success rate on those 50 different stocks. That's just in the first 30 minutes a day. Then at 9:40, they have some hedge fund manager. And on the right-hand side of the screen, they're like, this hedge fund manager has $80 billion under management. And he's like, yeah, we just buy government bonds yielding 4%. And that gets you the first 40 minutes a day. Then at 9:50 or 9:40 or whatever time I'm at, they have some other person saying, well, I'm bearish on the market, and we're telling our clients not to get short, but we're telling our clients just to hold and not adding any new positions. And then at 9:50, they have some Fed speaker who comes on and talks about how the market's totally wrong about what the Fed's going to do with interest rates, and the market's bad, shame on them, and that the Fed is potentially maybe considering one day having a discussion amongst itself potentially about lowering interest rates. That's the first hour of the day. Who the hell can track that? Who the hell can follow all of it? Now, that sounds confusing, I get it, but why do they speak that way? Why do they speak that way on financial television? Well, because that type of information, when you have hundreds of millions or hundreds of billions of dollars, you cannot get in and out of positions very quickly. You have to take days to accumulate a position and take days just to exit a position. Most of your investors are looking for capital gains. So if you're going to be looking for a investment that you're going to hold for many, many years because you want to be able to get capital gains, well, you have to be in those positions for quite a while. So you have to buy and hold. Ultimately, all of the people with the really sharp suits and that can really talk the lingo quite a bit, ultimately, at the end of the day, less than 1% of them outperform just buying SPY and holding it. For those that don't know, SPY is the index ETF that models the S&P 500 index. So all of those analysts that get hired out of Wharton and that get hired out of Stanford and Harvard, that get paid millions of dollars a year, that wear those finance vests, they can't beat the market. They would be better off just buying and holding the index. That guy with that sick suit that has $80 billion under management that literally just buys treasuries, he can't even beat the market, right? All those people, they can't beat the market. But because they are perceived as the experts, that is the information, that is the content that you feel like you need to be consumed with. And because of that, you are making a conscious choice to make the market difficult. Why? Because you don't have to play in that ocean. You don't have to go into shark-infested waters. A, if you're a long-term investor, you just buy the S&P 500 and don't sell it. But B, there's a blue ocean over here that none of them are able to play with because they're way too big in terms of size. So because you work so hard on trying to learn this, because you've experienced success, and most of the time it's been taken away, this is kind of how you choose to operate in the market. You'll study a ton of charts. You look at 50, 100 charts a night. You'll draw all those different trend lines on those charts. You'll add all those different indicators to those charts. You're going to follow the news. Why? Because again, when you listen to hedge fund managers, when you listen to money managers, the people who cannot even beat the overall index, this is what they say they are doing. So you think you need to do it too. You got to read the newspaper. You're in chat rooms. You're listening to CNBC. You're watching Mad Money, which is basically like doing heroin if you're interested in making money consistently and repeatedly in the market, right? You are listening to people that don't have the luxury of being small enough to be nimble in the market, right? If some endowment fund's like, hey, we just got a $500 million investment to the endowment fund, we got to put that money to work, that means that they have to buy a stock and hold on to that stock for many, many years. You and I don't have to do that. So again, I think making the market easy or difficult is literally a choice. If you are doing these things, you are choosing consciously, just the way that you chose what t-shirt you were going to wear today, whether you were going to shower this morning and what shoes you were going to put on, you chose consciously to make the market hard. The good news is just as easily as you consciously decided to make the market hard by following people who literally would be better off just buying the index, just as easily as you did that, you can also just as easily decide to make the market easy. So let's call this hard. All right, just as easily, you can decide to make the market easy for yourself. How do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple. You've invested before. You've traded before. You've had wins before. You've been close to getting consistency. You made $1,000 in a week and you're like, oh my God, I got it. The next week you gave it back. But you're not giving up because you've experienced the upside before. You're just missing the consistency and the reliability to be able to get that every week, every month, every quarter, every year. So make this choice. Here's how you make the market easy. Look back at all your trades. Look back at all the trades that you've done. Now, if you don't log your trades, start doing this today. Take it seriously, folks. So look back at all your trades. Ask yourself, which one trade has performed the best? We're going to make this one a little smaller so it fits on that line. There you go. Which one trade has performed the best? Do that trade and nothing else. This is a choice, folks. This is a choice, my friends. It's a conscious one. You can continue to spend hours watching CNBC, where people who have very nice suits, who make gazillions of dollars, can't even outperform buying SPY. And because of that, because you listen to those people, you can study a million charts. You can follow all those indicators. You can follow the news. You can read the newspaper. You can do these chat rooms. You can listen to CNBC. You can watch Bloomberg. You can watch Mad Money. You can do all that stuff. And you can choose to continue to not have the consistency that you need. Or you can choose to make the market really easy. Here's how you do it again. Look back at all the trades you've done. If you haven't written them down, just try to think about it. If you haven't written them down, start doing it. Take this seriously. And then ask yourself a very simple question. Which one trade, which one method, which one system has performed the best for you? Even if you haven't logged these and wrote these down, you'll know the answer. And then do that trade and nothing else. That's it. So think about this as you're watching this video. Let's say there was some sort of a crossover trade that has performed the best for you. If you did that and nothing else, would you almost immediately get better results? Yes, you would. If you did that and nothing else, would you immediately cut down how much time you spend in the market by 90%? Of course it would. If you do that and nothing else, would you have a lot more consistency? Of course you would. And because you would, yes, to all those things, how much better would your results be? A gazillion times better. So again, you can choose to make the market hard, or you can choose to make the market difficult. I mean, again, that's up to you. It's a conscious choice. My guess is the hard path hasn't gotten you the consistency that you want. You may have won every now and again, but not all the time. But if you just do your fat pitch, your best trade, the one that has performed for you the best, and you do that and nothing else, you're going to spend 10% of the time in the market than you normally did, and you'll probably get 10 times the result because you'll be focusing on less. You won't miss those trades. You won't be distracted by something else. And if it has performed for you the best, now when your money's out there being risked, it's going to be out there being risked on something that returns historically the best for you. So again, my name is Stephen Brooks. I teach traders, investors, beginners, or experienced people in the market how to generate a very reliable six-figure salary in less than 2 hours a day from their portfolio. Again, we do it by choosing to make the market easy. By saying, what's one strategy that works? And then, can we eliminate every other possible distraction away from that one particular strategy in one particular product? I trade off of a 13.3-inch MacBook computer. Me, who's made over $1 million doing this myself. Why? Because in order to look for one strategy in one product, you don't need anything else. I don't read the newspapers. I don't follow the news. I don't watch CNBC. I don't watch Bloomberg. I don't look at charts. I don't do any of that stuff. Why? Because that doesn't help me prepare for when that one trade in one product is available and take advantage of it. So if you're interested in generating a six-figure salary trading less than 2 hours a day, click on the link in the description of this video, book a call, have a conversation with somebody on my team, and we'll see if you're a good fit. If not, you can still choose to make the market easy. Again, it is a conscious choice. This over here, on the left-hand side of the screen, while it has allowed you to talk a lot about the market, it probably hasn't allowed you to get good results. And you've probably spent way too much time to get those subpar and inconsistent results. So make the choice today. Put the stake in the ground today. Look back at all your trades, or at least think back on all your trades. Which ones have performed for you the best? Great. Do that. Do that. Not which ones, which one. Do that and nothing else. You'll be in the market for 10% of the time that you used to, and you'll make 10 times more money than you ever have. If you like this video, you like the way I go about it, go ahead, give me a like. Go ahead, give me a subscribe, click the bell, tell your friends. Be happy to shoot a lot more content like this. But again, put that stake in the ground today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till the next day. Don't wait till the market opens up next week. Put the stake in the ground today. Make the conscious decision to make the market easy and see your results blow up in a positive way. See you soon.